Alright everyone, so we've got some news and announcements for Raid Shadow Legends, and this is official info here for patch 2.2, 2.3, and just the general future of the game. Now this information is of course coming from none other than the Diamond. And those of you guys, if you are still newer to the channel, if you're wondering, the Diamond is an official Plarium employee, so this information is confirmed and legitimate. Now somebody in the chat, the content creator chat, was asking about a possible patch here. September patch, rebalancing champions, changing the rewards for the clan boss, some info about when the Hydra boss is coming, or the Void Tower. Hope it comes this year. And now the Diamond's response to this was, we are preparing a video dedicated to our future plans on the game, including the Void Tower. Now this is really interesting here because this is the first time that I've actually heard the Diamond talk about how they are actually going to unveil a video that actually has some information about a very highly requested feature, the Void Tower. Now Raid Shadow Legends, officially they actually have multiple social media accounts. I think the ones that they are most active on, though, it seems to be their Facebook page, but I'm guessing that this video is primarily going to be for their YouTube channel. So I'm sure we'll have a little bit more info when they actually release it, but if you want to keep a close eye, just keep in mind that there is an official Raid Shadow Legends YouTube channel. Most of the videos on the channel are actually just the commercials and ads for the game, so if you already play, really no reason to, look through most of the videos on the channel, but they have some other somewhat useful stuff as well, especially if you're really new to the game. I did realize that a lot of the videos on the official channel really tend to cater towards the absolute brand new players the most. So that should be coming sometime in the future. Now, if you guys are wondering a rough timeline here of when that video is going to be coming, it does not seem like there's going to be anything happening in the next couple of weeks. And we are actually about 1/3 of the way through the fusion right now. And if you actually take a look at the event here and take a look at the fusion calendar, the starting event started on July 13th. Right now, at the time of me recording this video, July 20th. So, we might actually be about halfway through it, but still, that's at least another week or so of fusion events in the game. And then once the fusion actually ends, we'll have more info. We might see this video pop up. And the Diamond also mentioned that this coming week right now, the week that we actually still have the fusion, he should actually have some more info for us specifically about patch 2.2. Now, we already have the release notes for patch 2.1, so we kind of know what's all in that patch. They released it on their official forum. It's all over. It's been out for many, many days now, but this coming week, we should have more information about patch 2.2. Now, getting back to this actual message here, there is some additional information. In that video, we'll show new mechanics, new features that are in the process of making. You won't be disappointed. All right, Plarium, this is your time here. That's a very bold statement to make with everything that's been going on in the game. So please, the Diamond, please, please, please prove me wrong, because I am quite skeptical with a statement like that. And next week, I should start receiving info about the patch 2.2. I'll share it here as always. So at the time of me recording this video, we are starting off the new week. I'm asking the Diamond anytime he can post any new info. He does his best to get it out as soon as possible, something that I've noticed that the Diamond has actually been really, really awesome at doing, unlike the past community managers or Plarium employees that have kind of worked with us to give you guys the info. So thank you, the Diamond, for giving this stuff to us as soon as you can. Now let's move into another really important message here. Now, a lot of people are wondering, with this 2.1 patch, now that we actually have the notes out there, they've been out for a little while, what's going on with champion rebalances? Because this is something that has been a theme in many of the updates that they've released in the past, and there are no notes that have any champions or any plans to rebalance champions in patch 2.1. And the Diamond confirmed here that there is not going to be any rebalancing of champions coming in 2.1. So a little bit sad, because this is one of the things that they mentioned. They are going to really work hard to try to include champion rebalances in all of the content updates for the game, especially as time goes on and there are just so many champions in the game that unfortunately the power and the usefulness of those champions doesn't even stack up to anywhere close to the champions that we have out now. and obviously this is an ongoing issue. It's going to be one of those things that unfortunately gets worse over time, but it's a really big problem, especially considering that there are still many epics and legendaries that are just absolute trash. Like, they're terrible, they're not even worth 6-starring, they're just really bad to the point where there's probably even rares and, you know, rare champions that are better than certain legendaries because of how bad they are. So still many champions on the list that need to be rebalanced. If you guys are watching the video, if you have a champion, especially if it's a legendary that you pulled, realize that it's not so good and think it deserves to be rebalanced, feel free to let me know in the comments section. I want to hear what you guys think about what champion should be added to these rebalancing lists here. Now, moving along, because we actually have information about both 2.2 and 2.3. So now we're starting to get a bit of a more broad timeline for the future of the actual game here. The actual champion rebalancing patch is actually planned to be the patch 2.3. So what this actually means here is that we have had a little bit of a word of 3 upcoming updates. 2.1, we now have the notes out there. They are public. They're on the forum. They're probably on Reddit, Discord. They're all out there now. And we know that 2.1 is going to be coming sometime in the next couple of weeks, especially now that we've actually gotten closer to the end of July. They had to delay it a little bit. It was supposed to be out by now when this video is released, but it's been delayed a couple of weeks until the end of July rather than at the middle. Now, 2.2 apparently is also not going to have these champion rebalances, and it's actually going to be the 2.3 update that is going to end up having these champion rebalances here. So also important to note that if there is any new info, especially considering that at the time of me making this video right here, we are heading into a brand new week, I will share it with you guys as soon as I can and as soon as I end up getting the okay in order to do so. So now that we have all this info here, let's just put together a very rough timeline of the future, maybe the next 3 weeks to a month or so of the game, because they've given us a lot of possible patches, but unfortunately with the pace that Plarium moves with this game, it's probably going to take a little while for those patches to actually come out. So of course we still have the actual fusion going on. This is going to be going on for another week or so. The fusion end date is actually in 11-12 days, it looks like, something like that. So until this actual fusion goes away, it's very unlikely that we are going to see anything. However, the thing about the fusion timer is it lines up pretty much perfectly with the timeline that Plarium has now plans to release patch 2.1. So unless they end up delaying it again, then pretty much right when this fusion goes away, we should actually see the deployment of 2.1. It might even be a couple of days before, but my guess would be anywhere between 7 days to 2 weeks for that to happen. So that's, of course, the major feature of that is going to include the bazaar for the tag team arena, and hopefully a lot of other major arena fixes as well. That's been the hot topic of discussion among not just myself but many other content creators, and this is one of those things that's been getting worse every week. So Plarium, please find a way to include an arena fix in the next patch. You still have a couple of weeks in order to do so. Now, after 2.1 is released, that's kind of their opportunity to hopefully, after 2.1 is released, release Battle Pass Season 2. Please, Plarium, this is your opportunity. That would be their first opening where it would really make sense for them to release it again. I'd say there's a chance, but because we've heard so little from the Diamond or anybody else about Plarium with the Battle Pass, now that we're actually starting to see more info about 2.2 and even 2.3, and still not really a whole lot going on with Battle Pass Season 2, I have a feeling that as of right now, Battle Pass Season 2 has been indefinitely postponed. Canceled is a difficult word. I don't know if that, it's basically the same thing. So I'm really hoping that sometime this week I'll hear some more official information about Battle Pass Season 2 as well. But that would be their timeline to release that. And right around the time that we see 2.1 and the fusion actually end would be my guess that we start to see those more detailed teasers for 2.2 and 2.3 including the video that the Diamond mentioned going up on their YouTube channel that has their future plans with the Void Tower and stuff like that. So this is just kind of like a rough timeline here. Obviously, when it comes to 2.2 and 2.3, we still don't really know a whole lot, but I'm hoping as well that we see something big other than the Void Tower in one of those patches, because with the pace that Plarium has been releasing stuff, 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3, my guess is that's probably going to be the patches that we actually see throughout the end of the year. It would be awesome if they got all of them done, you know, many months before the end of the year, but I'm hoping that they include something else in those patches as well, besides just, you know, champion rebalances and other little things. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what champions you guys have that you are hoping end up being added to the champion rebalancing list, and that's going to be it for the video today. So if you guys enjoyed and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to help out, leaving a quick like means more than you can imagine. So thank you to those of you who spend the half a second or so to click that button really quickly. Thank you. And more Raid Shadow Legends videos should be popping up on the screen right about now, or in the suggested videos to right or below. Feel free to check them out. Raid Shadow Legends guides, tutorials, and fun stuff just like this. But if not, until next time, take care everyone, and this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.